How you doing, you bars, witches, and psychics? We're here for the final occult spells, rank 8, 9, and 10. What's good? What should you take? What's a solid starting pick for a general situation? Here at Practical Pathfinder, let's come figure them out together. Note, with the occult list, as always, your damage options are kind of mediocre. What you're looking for in this list are tricks, buffs, debuffs, illusions, disappearances. That's what you will excel at. So, speaking of which, that doesn't mean you're not without damage options. However, we got only 2 options at rank 8. Like I said, not a lot, but hey, you have them. Canticle of Everlasting Grief is more of a debuff, but it does do damage. This is a weird one. It's a single target spell that applies a ton of frightened, like Frighten 3 on a fail, that's pretty good, but more importantly, it strips the ability to take circumstance and status bonuses. This is an anti-buff spell. If someone has heroism on them, bless on them, they have a bard in their party, giving their team buffs, hit your target with this and they lose all of those buffs and will be just fighting with their baseline strength. And a little less because frightened. It's pretty good when it's used, but very specific. Less specific, however, is Spirit Song. Spirit Song is really good. This is a 60-foot cone fortitude save that does solid damage for its rank, and more importantly, it turns off reactions on your enemies. By this level, you're using rank 8 spells, you're at least level, 15? Your enemies probably have lots of really powerful reactions. Turning that off is huge, and if they fail their save, they're stunned 1. I love that, right? Take away their reactions, take away some of their actions, and do damage to the whole crowd? Whew, that's hard to hate. That's hard to hate. That's really good stuff. And at rank 8, our buffs are interesting. What's most important here is disappearance. This is going to be the main buff you're going to be loving. This is supreme invisibility. This is effectively invisibility that works on every sense imaginable. Sight, smell, hearing, tremor sense, life sense. You do not exist. You have disappeared. They don't know where you are. I will note there is contention. It's not clear if see the unseen and see invisibility work on disappearance because it's not an invisibility spell, but it functions like invisibility. What does that mean? It's a little unclear. What is clear is that this spell is really, really good, and most monsters in the game don't really have an answer to disappearance. It's just super strong. And if you do need to run into True Sight or monsters that try to answer it, toss on a Hidden Mind spell, which will counteract attempts to use True Sight or scrying effects to find you. Now your invisibility really is as busted as possible. Now your disappearance is unstoppable because they can't even use True Sight to find you. And we have a fun role-playing one, Unrelenting Observation. This is a wall hack spell. You hit your target and now you can see them through walls, and your buddies can too. This is really good for scouts, spies, sneaking into castles, or maybe slap it on an enemy servant or enemy who's running away and you let them escape, and you just watch, hey, where are they going? Hey, what route are they taking? Now you know where to go through the evil fortress, or what's in the castle, or where does this guy go to buy his delicious blueberry tarts? You know, the important things. And let's not forget our debuffs and control spells because, oh lord, you got the best one of them all at rank 8. First, we do have Falling Sky. This is an incapacitation spell, but it still kind of works even on higher level enemies, so the point of this is an anti-flying spell. It makes people fall in a huge area all at once, which is crazy good. Crazy good. And it knocks them prone when they fall to the bottom. Even if they didn't actually hit the ground. They take fall damage as if they hit the ground anyways and fall prone. Which, guess what? When you fall prone, you automatically start falling. So Falling Sky kind of doubles up on flying creatures. You will slam them into the earth. It's a silver bullet. When you are like these pesky flyers, this is the counter. But the counter to everything is Quandary. Quandary, also known as the Maze spell, free remaster, is the hardest control of all. Pick one target, gone. They don't exist. The end. They're gone. They have to make perceptions, occultism, or thievery checks on their turns to escape a magical dimensional escape room. So they're stuck. They can't do anything until they get out. This will take usually multiple rounds for them to escape from. So when you fight 2 or 3 enemies, take a key enemy, a main threat, gone. Clean up the trash. Just wipe out their buddies before they return, and now it's an easy fight. Quandary is insanely good, and also insanely good against crowds is Confusion. At rank 8, Confusion has become an AoE spell. You can target multiple enemies with it, because Confusion is okay when you target one foe. But when a whole pack of foes start swinging at each other and using all of their turns to hit each other, yeah, they'll break each other's Confusion eventually, but that's fine. You're getting tons of damage. They're wasting actions. Their formation is clumping up because they're swinging on each other. It's really good stuff. Now, if you really got some cash to splash, there are solid scrolls at rank 8 to pick up. Falling Sky is your silver bullet for flying encounters. Quandary is never bad because another chance to just disappear someone. Love that. And if you want to disappear yourself, a scroll of disappearance is insane for any combat. The defensive value is insane. Just remember, when you're disapperanced, you can't be targeted by allies either. That 50% mischance is going to work on your healers trying to heal you. So whoever gets disappearance, be sure you don't go down and end up in a dying state. It might be pretty hard to save your life. And last, Unrelenting Observation is a great pick for a scroll because you probably don't need this as a spell slot unless you use wall hacks constantly. But it's really nice because you never know when you want to slap this on someone and see where they go over time. Now for us blasters in the crowd, rank 8 is really the king of your blunt force hammer for the occult list. Spirit Song is a big damage cone that applies no reactions and potentially stunned. That's 3 great things, and you can just throw this out and you'll always get value. Confusion is your anti-crowd control, like, oh, there's a bunch of dudes. Cool, start punching each other. You get big damage from all their hits on each other, and they waste all their time, they waste their actions. It's very chaotic. This is more of the gambling spell, but like, it's really funny. And last, Quandary. This is, you're going to take Quandary no matter what character or theme you're building. It's just that good. This is just remove a target, just delete someone for a while. Even out of combat, this is kind of insane, right? Hey, some guy's blocking your way. Quandary. All right, walk through. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be mad when he comes back, but you got through the door. That's his problem now. Go ahead, close the door, cast a lock spell on it, walk through. It's not your problem. For us strategists out there, the list is mostly the same, but we're still taking Confusion, we're still taking Quandary, but you're going to want Disappearance, because Supreme Invisibility is just that good. That 50% mischance, even when they know where you are, is crazy. As usual, toss this on any rogues in the party and just let them get off guard on everything by default and just blend their foes into dust. It's great on pretty much anyone and anything. Casters, it's an insane defensive debuff. Any frontliners and warriors, it's a great defense and offense debuff. You're going to love Disappearance. Now, by the time you've hit rank 9, you're level 17, you're a very experienced caster by now, I assume, and you've really hit the pinnacle. You'll notice there aren't very many spells at ranks 9 and 10, but the ones we have are all you need because they're so wildly good. Don't expect a lot of variation in spell lists by this point because there's just some Whirlwind Slam picks. And if you like damage, we got some good Whirlwind Slam picks right here. Phantasmagoria is an insane will save spell. Party safe, huge area, no friendly fire, does damage, no reactions, and possibly adding Confuse to your enemies. Wow, you thought AoE Confusion was good? Check this out. This is wild. And Whales of the Damned is your Fortitude save target, which is just as good, to be honest. Doing, again, huge damage, party safe, big emanation, and it applies 1d4 drained on a failure. That's wild. Dude, drained 4? That's just straight up brutal. And, like, it does full damage when they make their save. One of the only things in the game that actually does that is Whales of the Damned. It will do the full 8d10 void damage on a successful save. Note, the damage is lower than other spells of its rank because of that. And consider that when you get drained, you take damage equal to your level. But it's drained 1d4. If you become drained 3, you take your level times 3 in damage. By the time you can cast rank 9 spells, let's assume you're fighting a weaker enemy, it's level 16. What's 16 times 3? A casual, 48 additional damage? Pretty darn good. And for us buff or debuff lovers, Foresight is a fascinating buff spell. It's really good. It lets you use your reaction, you the caster, to cause someone to re-roll an attack on your target or allow your target to re-roll a save. Kind of unusual, but really, really good. And note, you can put this on yourself or a buddy, and for the next hour, your reactions protect your buddy. That's really, really good. Now, it's really only valuable if you don't use your reaction for other things. Common for a caster, but if your caster often uses their reaction, I wouldn't pick Foresight. I would, however, pick Unspeakable Shadow. This is the ultimate version of the Fear spell. It's a will save that causes a massive Frightened debuff on your opponent. Frightened 2 on a success, Frightened 3 on a failure, and they can't reduce their Frightened value below 1 for a minute. The reason this matters is as long as they're frightened, they have to spend at least one action every round either running from their shadow, fleeing, or striking their shadow, which wastes their action and builds multiple attack penalty. That's crazy. So this frightened debuff, though it's only one target, wastes tons of actions, huge stat down, potentially keeps them effectively slowed 1 every turn, but slowed stacks with Unspeakable Shadow. You can just annihilate a single target with these spells. It's crazy. And if you're fighting a group, we have the Incapacitation spell, Overwhelming Presence, which is very similar. It forces tons and tons of enemies, while also being party safe, mind you, to pay tribute. They have to spend at least one action per tribute they pay, bowing to you, either moving or manipulating. So this triggers tons of reactive strikes from your friends, aka attacks of opportunity. And if your fighters, your frontliners don't have reactive strike by this level, I am so sorry. Even when they succeed, this is going to burn 2 actions from each enemy, and enemies who fail, this burns 6 actions. That's a full 2 turns from them. Insane power at rank 9. This is pretty much it for your spells I would pick. It's not a lot, but like, talk about value. Now for us blasters and damage dealers, it's pretty easy here. Phantasmagoria and Whale of the Dam won't leave you hanging. This gives you a massive will save attack and a massive fortitude save attack. Just look at your enemy, which one's better, blast away. And if you want a single enemy and you just want to mess their day up, slap them with an Unspeakable Shadow. And it's as simple as that. And for a strategist, Phantasmagoria is still worth picking up because, I mean, turning off reactions, applying Confuse, that's crazy good on top of the huge damage spike. But Unspeakable Shadow is still here, and we're going to want Overwhelming Presence. I know, it's Incapacitation, but it eats 2 to 6 actions off every enemy. That's completely insane. High level fights, groups of slightly weaker enemies are a huge threat because their numbers are still so big and they have crazy powerful abilities at this tier. So things like Overwhelming Presence spike up in value because some of the most dangerous foes are groups of enemies using powers, combining AoEs, buffing each other. They can really mess your day up. This is how you deal with them. And finally, for those of you who have reached the pinnacle of magic, for those who have hit the end game of Pathfinder, level 19 and 20, you have rank 10 spells. I just want to say congratulations. I love high-level Pathfinder, and I hope you do too at this point. Let me know your own experiences, but there aren't that many rank 10 spells, and you really only get to cast 1 or 2 of them a day. So let's make them count, huh? Rank 10, we got Freeze Time. This is one of the best ones. This is 3 actions to cast, and then you gain 9 actions. So that's a net of 6, mind you. Now, you can't affect anyone, you can't affect people, but you can reposition, you can drop multiple buffs on yourself, you can do all sorts of wacky things. I mean, you can freeze time. That's nuts, dude. Also, you have Indestructibility. This is a more niche one because it doesn't last for very long, but it does make you immune to all harm. This spell is very specific. If you know something is going to cause a massive explosion or a collapsing castle or something that no one could possibly survive, you can use Indestructibility to be the fella who survives. Everyone else is screwed, but hey, this ain't about them. And your other best spell besides Freeze Time to bring for any situation, I would say, is Nullify. This is the ultimate counter spell. This, while it does hurt you a little bit, you're like level 19 or 20, who cares? What's more important is that this counter spells any rank 9 or below spell instantly. Just, oh, they're casting Meteor Swarm? Nah. Nah. I don't want them to. Done. Oh, they're going to use Quandary to delete our fighter? No, they won't. That's huge because it's not just a spell slot efficiency game. Fights only last so many rounds, and this is a tempo gain. Your enemy no longer gets their spell, they're kind of just doomed. That's crazy. And if you want something with some more damage, pick up Shadow Army. This makes a massive swarm of clones of you that do constant damage and repeatedly attempt to debuff your foe. It's pretty good. This is your anti-crowd with your own crowd. And most importantly, it allows you to hide and sneak within the army. So this is better for characters with a good stealth stat. You don't need it, but it will be a bit better. Ooh, we're done. Thank goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. The Occult list, I won't lie, I think it's my least favorite one. It's not my preference. I like having the big blunt force hammer that things like Primal and Arcane offer, but Occult has a lot of power in it, a lot of tricks, a lot of debuffs. Let me know if you like it. I hope you enjoyed this series. They are, well, let's just say they're very long to make, so I hope it was worth it. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if there's any spells I missed, and if anything you want to see next. What should we do next? Who knows? So many options. But thank you for dropping by. I'm Lord Generic. This is Practical Pathfinder. We got more builds, more spell lists, and maybe some other things in the works. So feel free to subscribe, toss a like on the video, follow our channel, and hey, see you in the next one. Tell me what kind of builds you want to see, any characters you like to see, and yeah, we'll put it in the list, huh?